Nasreddin Hodja, stories to fall asleep to. Welcome to Drowsy History, where laughter and wisdom drift softly through time. Tonight, we journey to the dusty villages and gentle hills of 13th century Anatolia, where a peculiar man named Nasreddin Hodja lived, a philosopher in a turban, a fool in the eyes of some, and a mirror to human nature for all. His stories are short, clever, and unexpectedly deep, perfect for sleepy minds. Let's begin with a few of his most beloved tales. Don't worry if you drift off. The Hodja would probably say, sleep is the wisest thing you'll do all day. Story 1. Eat my fur coat. One day, the Hodja was invited to a grand feast. He wore his plain clothes and arrived hungry, but no one greeted him warmly. He was ignored and left alone. Quietly, he went back home, put on his finest fur coat, and returned to the party. This time, everyone rushed to greet him. "Welcome, Hodja," they said. He sat down, took a spoonful of food, and began feeding it to his coat. "Eat, my fur coat, eat," he said. The guests stared. "Why are you doing that?" they asked. "Well," said Hodja, "it seems my coat is the one you invited, not me." Story 2. The pot that gave birth. Hodja once borrowed a pot from his neighbor and returned it with a small one inside. "Your pot had a baby," he said with a smile. The neighbor, delighted, accepted both. A week later, Hodja borrowed the pot again, but this time he never returned it. When the neighbor asked, Hodja sighed and said, "I'm sorry, your pot died." "Died? A pot can't die," yelled the neighbor. "Strange," Hodja replied. "You believed it gave birth. Why not believe it could die?" Story 3. The Lake and the Yogurt. Hodja once walked to the lake with a bucket of yogurt. He began scooping spoonfuls of it into the water. A curious man asked, "What are you doing, Hodja?" "Trying to make yogurt," he replied. "But you can't make yogurt in a lake." The man laughed. "I know," said Hodja, "but imagine if it worked." Story 4. Who's behind me? One evening, Hodja was walking with a group of people following him. He stopped and turned around. "Why are you following me?" he asked. "Because you're leading us," they replied. He nodded, turned, and walked backwards. "Now I'm following you. Let's see where we go." Story 5. Let me ride. Hodja once arrived at a gathering, riding his donkey backward. "Why are you facing the wrong way?" they asked. "I'm not," he said. "It's the donkey who's confused." Then he smiled. "Also, this way I can see all those who talk behind my back." As the stars rise over Anatolia, Hodja's laughter still echoes, not loudly but softly, like a whisper before sleep. Thank you for joining this slow journey. Let these simple tales keep your mind light and your dreams peaceful. Sleep well until our next story.